Hi everyone, and welcome to the Charnwood Forest area in Leicestershire. This is one of my favourite areas to come out walking, and I've done a lot of walks around here in the last couple of years. We've got some great hills, fantastic views of the countryside, woodland and forest areas, plus there's lots of really nice country parks you can see. And there's interesting wildlife, such as deer and cattle in certain areas. But actually, the reason I'm out today, I'm actually on a 26-kilometre hike through the Leicestershire countryside on this walk called the Charnwood Peaks Walk. To be honest, this is the longest I've ever walked in a single day, so it's going to be a challenge, it's going to be interesting, but I'm looking forward to it. This is my first stop for today, and this is Beacon Hill. So I'm currently at 248 metres high. It's a really interesting place to visit, lots of old rocks, which apparently date back to the pre-Cambrian age. And I've just been reading as well that this site was apparently used in the Bronze Age as a settlement way back somewhere between the 2000 BC and 1400 BC. And apparently they found artefacts here that date back to the Bronze Age. So I'm just following a permissive path through Wetton Wood. It looks like I might have to crawl in a minute. Whoa, easy, a bit wobbly there. And down we go. Crawling. Parts of this path are really overgrown. It's obviously not used very often. But I've checked, I'm definitely on the path. I was glad to get out of that woodland. It was quite overgrown, to be fair. It was all open access land, but obviously it's not accessed very much, so but I'm out now, I made it through, and it's all part of the adventure. This is Bardon Hill, the highest hill in Leicestershire. Looks like we've got the characters from Among Us on this trig point. And just down there we've got Bardon Quarry. So this is Bardon Hill, the highest hill in Leicestershire, at 278 metres. It will be the highest point I reach today on my journey, but in terms of the walk today, it's going really well. I'm just over 3 hours in already, and I've almost done 12 kilometres, so not even halfway yet. So I best get going. Okay, so I'm now at Barra Hill, and this isn't an area I've been to before, but it's the third hill on today's journey at 235 metres. So I've just been reading a bit about this particular location, and what I found is apparently the area here once formed the rim of an ancient volcano, and the name itself, Billa, apparently that dates back to the Saxon age. And that's the M1. So that's my third trig point of the day. This is Hill Hole Quarry in Markfield. So I'm just looking down on Hill Hole Quarry, and in the background hopefully you can just about see Bardon Hill, and that's where I was nearly 2 hours ago. Okay, so I'm just passing a place called Johnsleigh Wood. I wanted to mention it because this is a place I used to come to when I was younger, when I was a kid. I actually used to be an air cadet when I was younger, and we'd come here quite a lot for weekend camps. We'd do lots of different activities and take part in lots of fun events, training, things like that. And I mentioned in my last video that I'm a Duke of Edinburgh leader now. And actually this is where I came when I did my bronze assessed expedition. We camped overnight here. And I also, now that I'm a bit older, I run a cadet group myself now. And actually in 2018 I brought my cadets here too. We did lots of fun activities like abseiling, rock climbing, air rifle shooting and orienteering. So it was a fantastic experience for the kids. So yeah, just every time I come by it kind of just brings back memories.
There was a lot of sport on the park.
Yeah.
It depicts the horse racing and the archery, and they had fox hunts and hunting deer, and they used to shoot pheasants. All the old-fashioned blood sport, really.
So welcome to Bradgate Park, and behind me we've got the iconic Old John, which is a folly that sits on top of the hill. In all the years I've come here, I've never actually been inside, so today was a rare opportunity to actually have a look around, see some of the artwork and the old fireplace in there. It was really interesting to see. Now normally there's lots of deer around in the park, but today unfortunately it doesn't look like I can see any, so they must be on the other side of the park, I guess. Wow, so I finally made it. I'm back where I started at Broombriggs Farm. I just want to take a minute to say, look, this is the furthest I've actually ever walked in a single day. I've done 27.5 kilometres today over just under 7 hours, so roughly 4 kilometres an hour through the day. But I just want to say I've really enjoyed it. It has definitely been a challenge. It's certainly demanding. If you're new to walking, I wouldn't jump in with a walk like this straight away, but I've seen lots of fantastic places, many of which I've seen before, but I've also seen some new sites as well. So I'd highly recommend it. You know, if you're up for a challenge, this is definitely a good one to do.